Hi, good morning, all. So today we're going to start with the conditional control statements. So we'll practice on this. Okay. So yesterday someone asked to show in the code now. So today we'll practice in this code. Okay. So there is no much difference. Only the differences with this message and data grid trace. Some of the extra options are there. Here for the DBMS output, we have the separate here. We have to turn on this output in the DBMS output also. So on the poll output, poll for output is option, this is the option, and this is the automatically poll for the output of the after execution. That means when you switch on this, automatically whatever the DBMS output is there, that will be displayed here. And this is the query viewer. What is the query we have executed? That query you can view here. But in the SQL developer, you have the SQL history is there. Okay, so you'll have the SQL developer for the whatever the previously executed, we can get it from this SQL history option that is available here. It is here, F8. Okay, in the F8 you can see this all the executed queries here. What are the queries we have executed? All the queries you can see here. Okay, so same in the Toad also we have this query viewer here. So what query we have executed, all the queries will be here in this. The explain plan is for performance issue. If anything is there, you can use this explain plan so that you can see in the latter. The script output. Mainly, it will be in the data grid only in this output you can see. And here, this is the desktop SQL here. It is the schema name it is there. Okay. If you see here, this is the schema names. All the schema names available here. Suppose in the real time, what will happen? Suppose they will give some other username. Okay. So, but you want to execute for the app schema, then you have to change this here. Instead of the what are the custom schema they were given, you can change it to app schema here and you can execute it here. But whereas this option is not available in this SQL developer, for that what we have to do is then in the SQL developer alter session set current schema is equal to apps that you have to use in place of this. In the Toad, you will have the directly, you can switch to whatever the schema you want, you can switch it here. But whereas in the SQL developer, you have to alter the session to required schema name. That is alter session that current schema is equals to current underscore schema is equals to apps. Then it will change the schema to particular schema. So generally, apps will be the default schema, but in some companies they won't give app schema direct access to you. So in that scenario, you have to use this command to change that session to app schema. Okay, alter session set current underscore schema is equal to apps. Whereas in the Toad, you can see directly you can change it here. You can select the whatever the schema it is required, that schema you can select it. Then the queries will be executed on that schema. Okay. So only the difference is that one, and one more difference is describe command. Describe means describe CPT1 means what it will do. It will open a new window. Okay. So in this new window, you will have the information about this script, data, triggers, constraint, everything. Synonyms are there, any synonyms are there, grants are there. Okay. What is the data here in this table? So that is only the difference coming to the Toad and SQL developer. Okay, next coming to our topic, that is control structure. It is used to compare the values based on conditional result. We can perform task either true or false. So coming to conditional control statement, we have the statement, that is simple if statement, simple if else statement, if else if statement, and nested if statement, and case statement. These five will come under the control structure or control statements. So based on this, we can perform certain operations. If you see here in this code also is the whatever the query it is correct, it will display nothing here before this. And if it is the line is incorrect, then you will get the information like this. And the same thing also in the SQL developer also, if this line is not correct, suppose select from EMP or from DEPT we mentioned, then it will be sometimes it might immediately it won't display the difference here. Okay, so here you can getting the error here. Okay, select star from DEPT I have mentioned, but here there is no syntax errors, it is displaying immediately. But in the Toad, it will display the in this line there is something issue with this. So this is not correct the query, like that it is displaying information. Okay, but this is the text time I am displaying here. But when you write a query also, in the query, suppose if I write select from EMP. Missing expression, it is saying immediately when I execute that missing expression it is saying. But whereas in the syntax it is there. So sometimes it will immediately show, sometimes it will take some time because of the system issue. Okay, but you have to be careful with this error. Okay, so if it is like this means in the before the query execution, if it is like this, then means in the query some error is there or some syntax error is there, like that you can understand. Okay, now it is showing here. It is taking some time because my system is somewhat little slow. So it is later it is giving the error here. Okay, coming to the if statement, syntax is if condition, then you can execute the some of the statements, statement 1, statement 2, and if. And also one more thing, here the if statement is ends with the end if. Every if statement should end with the end if, end comma, end space if is there. But same way, else is there, if else is there, if else if is there. So if else if means in the other language, normally how we will write else means ELSE space if, like that you will write. But coming to the PLSQL, you have to write else if means ELS IF single word. That you have to be careful. If you see this, now it is displaying the syntax error here. But because only this is not a complete query, so that it is displaying the error here. Okay. So if statement syntax is if condition, then statement 1 or statement 2, a number of statements after that end. Suppose if I write a simple if statement here, declare ABC number, assignment operator 30, begin DBMS output at put underscore line of before if, what is the value we are going to print it here. Okay, and if ABC greater than 20, then DBMS output put underscore line of inside if ABC value is ABC, and if after and if after if. That means I am declaring one variable and assigning some value to this. And in the execution section, I am using this if statement to check whether the value, what are the value of ABC is greater than 20. Then it will come inside this statement and it will print this. That means here 30 greater than 20. So condition is true, then it will print it. And if after the and if again it is there, after if is there, it will be printed. So when I execute this, it is executed. Where I can see that in the DBMS output window, I can see here. Whereas in the same query, if I execute in the SQL developer, what will happen here? So in the output window, so DBMS output, I am seeing this value, and also same in the query result also, I am able to see here. But whereas in the Toad, you can see in the DBMS output window only here. Okay. Before if, inside if, ABC value is 30, after if. Suppose if I change this value to 10, then what will happen? So then it will come to here, if ABC greater than 20, condition is false. 10 greater than 20, condition is false. Then won't come into this picture and it won't execute this line. Straight away, it will go to the after and if. See this now, before if, after if. Okay, you can clear this, clear the output here so that you can understand easily. So now it is printing only before if, after if only. It is not gone inside into this if statement. Why? Because this condition is failing here, so that it is giving you the only before if and after if. Inside if it is not printing. Suppose if I say 30 and here also I will say 30, then till the condition is false. Why? Because 30 greater than 30, that is false. If you say ABC greater than or equals to 30, then it will go inside and it will print the inside if ABC value is 30. Same way you can have the one more example with the employee table. I'm just clearing this one. So declare LV underscore ename EMP percentage ename percentage type. Okay. Begin select ename into LV underscore ename from EMP where employee number is equals to 7788. DBMS output dot put underscore line before it. So after fetching this, here what it will do, whatever the employee number 7782 for his name, it will name fetch into this local variable LV underscore rename. After fetching, I am verifying if LV underscore rename equals to clerk, then ename present, and if otherwise after if here. That means if the name is clerk, then it will verifying LV underscore rename clerk is equals to clerk or not. So then if it is true, then it will go inside and it will print ename present. Otherwise, it will print before if and after if only. Okay, ename present it is printing here. Okay, we see the output here. So before if, ename present, after if. Suppose if I change this to 7839, so that is king name it is there. So when you use that one, so then only before if and after if it is printing. That means if this condition is failing here, so that it won't go inside this if statement and it will not print this ename present. Okay, same thing can be used using this runtime variable. So declare LV underscore department number data type, assignment operator, ampersand number, LV underscore dname, varchar2 of 20. Begin, select dname into LV underscore dname from DEPT, where department number is equals to LV underscore department. So LV underscore dname is equals to accounting, then DBMS output dot put underscore line of New York. So location is we are printing here. If the dname is accounting, then only we are printing the New York, otherwise it won't go inside. Suppose if we executed, then it will asking for the department number. Department number 10 I am giving. Okay. So then it is New York, it is printing here. I'm clearing. Again, I'm going to execute. So then this time I'll give 20. It is not printing anything here, if you see. Okay. So that means if this is matching condition is true, then only it is going inside the if statement. Same way, we have next if else statement. If else statement, default syntax is if condition, then statement 1, else statement 2, and if. So not only statement 1, you can write a number of statements here. Okay, statement 1, statement 2, statement 3, like that. Whatever the statements you want to print or you want to execute, or if you want to do any arithmetical operations, you can do in this if the condition is true. Again, so if this condition is false, then it will come to the else part here. So in the else part, you can have the statement 1, statement 2, statement 3, like that. You can have a number of statements here and end it. So for the each if statement should end with the end if only. So declare ABC number assignment operator 10. Begin if ABC greater than 5, then DBMS output dot put underscore line of ABC value if condition is true is ABC. Else DBMS output else ABC value is ABC and if. And after that it is giving and here. So here if you see this is the error it is displaying. So from here to here if it is consider, so line number 5814 it is error showing. Correct? So what could be the error here? Can anyone tell?
And if.
Huh?
And if.
No. So leave about this from this query. This is the query from this declare to end. So is there any error in this query? So this is the end is for this begin and end. For this begin, this is the end. For this if, here is the end if it is there. Already it is end if it is there. The only thing is here after this statement we are missing the semicolon.
Semicolon.
Got it? It is taking some time to update this one. Our system is slow, that is the reason it is taking some time. But only the error is this is the semicolon missing here. Okay, we'll execute this one. So now the ABC value if condition is true, that means it is gone inside this if condition, and this is printed only this statement. This is not printed else part here. Okay, suppose if I change the condition here, if ABC less than 5, then what could be the query? If you see here, if it is, the error is cleared here. Okay, now this is changed to else ABC value is 10, query completed. This means this time this is not came, it is gone to this part else part. Why? Because here the if ABC is less than 5, that is 10 less than 5, that is condition is false here. It came to else part, and in the else part, else ABC value is ABC it is printed here. After that, and if next it is query completed, it is the same, it is printed here. Same thing if you declare ABC number assignment operator 1 begin, ABC greater than 5, then DBMS output if value is ABC, else value is ABC, and if and. So if you see else value is it is printed. You can clear this one, I can execute this one, so that will be easy to understand. So only else value is printed here, if value is not printed. That means this the condition is false here, so that it is coming to else part, and within this else part, whatever it is mentioned statement. Suppose I can mention one more statement also. Like this. You can have a number of statements here. Okay, else value is 1, else part completed. Okay, so like that you can have the if condition, can verify if condition if with the else part also. So write a program to accept a year and check whether it is a leap year or not. This is the requirement. This is my requirement. So how can you write this? So we need to provide a year in the runtime, and based on that year we have to calculate whether it is a leap year or non-leap year. So how will you find out the year is a leap year or non-leap year?
Date.
Date?
And date.
No, if you multiply the year by 4, if it is gives 0, then it is a leap year, correct? So leap year can be multiplied by divided by 4, sorry, not multiply, divided by 4. So if it is 0, divisor, then
Remainder will 0.
so here declare year assignment operator. So here number type and assignment operator ampersand year begin if mod of year comma 4 is equals to 0. This is the condition we are going to verify. Then DBMS output dot put underscore line of year is leap year. Else year is not a leap year. Okay. Logic should be understand immediately. Then only you can write able to queries, correct queries. So here leap year, non-leap year will be using this mod of year comma 4 is equals to 0. Then it will decide it. This condition will decide whether it is a leap year or non-leap year. So now execute, suppose if I am giving 2025, this current year I am giving. It is printing 2025 is not a leap year. Suppose if I am giving 2000, then 2000 is a leap year. Same way I can give 2024 is a leap year. Okay. So any year divided by 4 equals to 0, then it will be leap year. Normally we can say that is a February contain 29 days, then it is a leap year. But in the calculation part, if you cannot compare that one. So February will have the normally 28 days and leap year it will have 29 days. That is normal scenario. But coming to here logic, so we have to think like this. Year can be divided by 4. If you are getting 0, then it is a leap year. Otherwise it is a non-leap year. So now write a program to find the greatest of the two numbers. So this is the requirement. So then I have to declare two numbers here. So declare a number, B number, begin A assignment operator ampersand A, B assignment operator ampersand B. If A greater than B, then DBMS output underscore line of A is greater than, else DBMS output underscore line of B is greater than, B is greater. So here the value is given here. And so if this condition is true, then it will come to this part. Else it will go to this part only. Okay. Suppose I'm giving 5 for A and for the B I'm giving 7. Then B is greater. B value is 7. Okay. Before if condition I want to print the both the values, so then I can use the DBMS output here. What are the values we are providing at the runtime? A value is A and B value is now what will happen? Before going to this if statement, it will print the A value and B value. So I'm giving A value 14, B value I'm giving 5. So B, here if you see this, A value is 14, B value is 5, A is greater. So that is A value is printing here. So like this, if else statement will be, you can use in this examples. Same way you can use our tables also with the tables, existing tables. Declare LV underscore department number begin, select department number into LV underscore department from number from DEPT, where department number is equals to ampersand number. If LV underscore department number is equals to 10, then DBMS output 10 I am printing, else others. Okay. If the condition is true, then it is going to print the 10 into this output, otherwise it will print others. So I'm giving the department number 10. So then it will be condition is true, LV underscore department number contains 10 and this is also 10. Condition is true, then it is printing 10. Suppose next time I am running again and this time I will give 30. Then it is printing others. If I give 40. Others it is printing. Suppose if I am giving any other number other than this existing, suppose I am giving 70. So it is throwing the error, no data found at line number 4. That means that 70 is not present in the table. Only we have the 10, 20, 30, 40 only. So that it is, if the other value it is giving, immediately it is giving the error ORA-01403, no data found. Okay. So error at line number 4. Line number 4 means it will, based on starting from this number, declare for this the 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. In this select statement, it is getting the error here. So 1 minute. Sorry, someone came in between. Okay, now we are having this validation here using the if clause. So if value is true, if the condition is true, then we are going inside and executing the sum of the statement. Else, you are executing the some other statements. You can have this. Declare LV underscore invoice currency code varchar of 10. LV underscore invoice ID number data type. And bind parameter we are using assignment operator bind invoice ID. Begin select invoice currency code into LV underscore invoice currency code from AP invoice all, where invoice currency code is equals to this ampersand or colon bind parameter. This is called as a bind parameter currency, and invoice ID is equals to LV underscore invoice ID. What is the error here?
Before currency,
Before currency. This is the
last time date and అక్కడ invoice ID.
Line number
Double
5877.
Double.
5877.
here where class we are verifying here.
Colon missing.
Where it is actually variable where we are defined here.
సార్ ఇన్వాయిస్ ఐడి దగ్గర డబుల్ హిస్టరీ చాలా ఎందుకు డిఫరెంట్
Invoice ID దగ్గర
5879 ఇన్వాయిస్ బిఫోర్ ఇన్వాయిస్
line number 5878.
72 5872 అది డబుల్ హిస్టరీ ఎందుకు పెట్టారు నెంబర్ ఆఫ్టర్
No, here the logic is this is the variable and this is the number
Hmm.
data type we are defining and runtime parameter. What are the runtime value for this invoice ID based on that? So suppose if I say 1 here, error at line number. So this is the and invoice ID is equals to LV underscore invoice ID. Somewhere missing this logic here. Declare invoice currency code varchar of 10, that is correct. So LV underscore invoice ID number data type we are giving correct only. So in the runtime we are going to assign for this value what are the invoice ID. So it will fetch into this select invoice currency code into LV underscore invoice currency code from AP invoice all.